Hello, everybody. Hope everything's working here. All right, I had to restart everything. But welcome to another flight. Right before FS Expo, by the way. I'm going to be attending that all weekend long. So for those of you in Providence right now, welcome to close to my hometown. I'm about 20 to 30 minutes out away from you. But I wanted to stream once at least before we actually do that all weekend long. I'm going to try live streaming from there as well. I have my GoPro. I was testing that out. I got to test it out tomorrow morning too. But it's been funny reading the Discord with the FSA, Flight Simulation Association, I think that was called. I belong to it. I'm captain, but I'm also a media partner and all that stuff. So we've been doing that like forever. But yeah, if you're in Providence, enjoy. It's like a lot of people are, well, I shouldn't say a lot. Some people are poo-pooing on the choice there, but it's really not that bad, especially if you're going to be there. There's walking places there. The biggest thing I'm seeing is that some people's flights got either delayed or canceled, so they're trying to figure that out. So I feel for those people, but that's just the way it is. Anyways, we are going to fly to hopefully what's going to be my first backpacking area. This is not the best weather. It should be live weather, which I don't know if it is because it doesn't say rain. So I'm going to try making sure that this is loaded with live weather. Of course, I don't know where the heck I'm going to do that. It's actually here, because there you go. I think it's on historical weather, and I did fly today. See, I want custom. That's what it is. Real time, not real time, not real time. The live weather. That's why. All right. So, I mean, it's overcast. I don't know if it's raining right now. But it shouldn't be historical weather if I push custom, correct? I think that's what it is. Should be overcast. It's kind of been like this in the Northeast all day. I did go flying in the PiperArrow with Nick Resla earlier today. Another pilot. Basically came back to his old stomping grounds because he's down in another state, but he comes up to visit, and I was able to get him into the Arrow with me, which was cool. But anyways, we're going to take a direct route here to 1B5 Franconia. The place where I want to try my first backpacking trip with my son is like right down the road from Franconia. It is a turf field though, so we're going to have to see about that. And we'll go from there. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to do. So let's get the checklist out. Let's get in the plane. And let's have a good flight here. It should only take us a little bit over an hour. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, tablet up. And let's get the checklist for the Arrow 3. Start. Track. We're going to pretend the pre-flight's done. See track back lock off. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. I think I got everything ready. Yeah, I should have ready. Okay. Man, I want a new yoke. And now I'm not spoiled or anything. Honeycomb Alpha is good. You see how it kind of does that twitchy thing? And I've tried calibrating it several times. I want one with Hall sensors in it. Prop high RPM. It is. Make sure this is all working. Yeah. All right. Throttle slight. Brakes are set. We know we have that problem where it always comes unset. They're set. Even though I have problems doing that in real life for some reason. Clinical clear prop after we start. Master altimeter on. Good. Why is that on already? I don't know. But beacon on. Fuel pump on. We're gonna prime it. By the way, I have a story to share about this one today. No, the fuel pump's not on. Okay, let's try that again until it is. Hello. Okay, good. Fuel pump on. Prime. There you go. Now I did the same thing today, but for some reason I must have flooded the engine, which I don't know how I did that because I didn't leave the fuel pump on forever with the mixture full rich. So leaned it out, max to start. Here we go. Clear prop. Everybody, let's get the outside view again. There we go, it started. Also, the key to the Arrow that I fly, I forgot you got to push it in. I forgot how that's like awkward compared to other aircraft that I fly. But yeah, we're taking 726 Echo Foxtrot out. If you see me at FS Expo, by the way, I am going to have some swag. I'm also going to have some little flyers. I don't have a lot of them, but I got some flyers for this promoting the Ultimate American Canadian Flight Trip, my 5th annual marathon fundraising for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. my participation in the Great Cycle Challenge. That's why you see all this stuff here, and that's in September. But we'll be doing 2 marathon flights in one. So we're going to do one. Actually, you know what? Let's just do the promo, shall we? Kick to the promo. Kick it to the promo. Got all this thing. Anyways, watch this video. I'll explain everything to you.
This summer, the sky becomes our highway, and hope becomes our destination. Join Eric Flight as he embarks on 2 epic flight simulation marathons, raising funds for children battling cancer through the Great Cycle Challenge. First, a journey across Canada from the Pacific coast of British Columbia to the historic city of Quebec. Then 1 week later, from Vermont's Green Mountains to the sunlit shores of Santa Monica. Every mile flown helps fund life-saving research through the Children's Cancer Research Fund. Fly with us, watch the journey, donate if you can. Together, we can give kids a brighter tomorrow.
So again, join us on July 26th, Saturday, July 26th, we'll be flying the Canadian Flight Trip Marathon, going from west to east. Then the next Saturday after that, August 2nd, we're going to be flying from Vermont all the way to Santa Monica, California. And it's going to be a great time. We got some prizes to be awarded. You're going to see real sim gear and it builds at FX Expo tomorrow. So I'm hoping to at least introduce myself, because the only contact I've had with them was over email, but they've been gracious. Along with Juricki Design, who I don't think is there, but they are also as gracious. They've basically given prizes to pilots who fly like a marathon. If you do want to try to fly with us, go to my Discord, tinyurl.com/EricFlightDiscord, Discord, one word, and there's a registration form to do it. I know we're still like a month out, but hoping to start getting some registrations within the next 2 weeks. It's usually last minute on this, but this year also, if you're going to donate during the marathon when I stream it live, because then you're entered into a raffle for winning the Real Sim Gear GNS 530. That's what Real Sim Gear donated, and Juricki Design It Builds donated some scenery to pilots who fly the marathon. And then, of course, I run aviation-inspired merch store, Eric Flight Aviation. It's on Etsy, but I'm going to give away a prize or 2 on that too. And more fish can be found on my Discord. We have a whole channel for it. And I hope to at least see you watching, if not flying, even if you want to join us for a couple legs. But if you fly the marathon, that's the only time you're allowed to get the prizes. So, all right, with that, I got started. I got everything else kind of done on the pre-taxi. Actually, I'm sorry, on the start checklist. Let's go pre-taxi now. Seatbelts, harnesses. Oops, wrong thing. That's festive elements. I don't know if you saw Christmas lights, but if you did, I'm sorry. Seatbelts, harnesses, heat vent, defrost, which is good. I believe that's off, because like I looked at it backwards the other, like today we got it obviously. Avionics on. Okay, I gotta put that GNS 530, because I do use a Real Sim Gear GNS 530. Digi Driver, what's up? Gotta resize this window. But yeah, I got my swag bag ready to go for tomorrow. I have no clue what to expect live, because it's my first FS Expo live. I've always done it virtually. But Digi, what's up, my friend? Thank you for coming out late night. Appreciate it. We did fly earlier today in the Arrow for real life, so that was fun. All right, ATIS, which almost never works in FS 2024 if I have add-on airports from 2020, but we'll see. I'm on the Unicom right now. How about I get the CTAF Epic swag? You better believe it. I'll send you some swag too. I just have to get through FS Expo first. 132675. You and JTA as Avedo. I already got his stuff packed up, but I'll say something for you too, my friend. Oh look, we got weather. It's one of the rare things. That's because it's default.
Visibility 10. Sky condition.
This is what it's been all day. Yeah, it is. For Providence, it is. Altimeter 3019.
Dew point 13C.
Boss, Providence approach, which is on the real world Providence approach frequency of 132.75. Then we talked to them for the second time today. Once virtually, and we did it real life earlier today. All right, going to guard. You know what that means. All right, well, I'll be streaming a little bit too, live streaming, but obviously watch the seminars because we're not allowed to show. I think it's 30 seconds, so I won't be doing that. But I'll be having, hopefully, my GoPro either mounted here or somewhere, and then I'll be streaming to OBS, so I can still do commands and stuff and all that stuff. So I tested it yesterday. I'm gonna test it one more time tomorrow morning. But yeah, you can hang with me virtually, I guess. I'll probably be at the Rich USA Flying Club table and stuff like that. So I have no clue. Because I know that the doors open for the actual Friday events, which is just like showing new products and stuff, at 12. But the stuff starts at 1. And then I have to see about the after party, because I'm probably going to have Zach with me. I don't think it'll be a problem. But we're going to have to feel that one out. He'll be drinking the Diet Cokes, and I probably will be too, honestly, because we're going to live it up Saturday night with Mustafa and his karaoke event. So that's gonna be interesting. Which I had no, like, I knew what it was. I didn't know where the heck it was because I think I lost the email. But I did register, so, and I know I'm doing it, so, and I know where it is, so I'm gonna go there anyways. How's that? I'm not gonna show it to anyone else just to make sure no one else shows up because you were supposed to register for it. But Franconia, we're gonna backpack here hopefully this summer. We were supposed to do that Tuesday and Wednesday next week. Me and Zach, first time backpacking, a really easy trail. Right down the road from 1B5, but I won't be flying. I will be driving there in real life. But it says thunderstorms next Tuesday, so I don't know if we're gonna backpack. I said to my son, I was like, if it's thunderstorm, we're not gonna go. But the Wednesday we could probably do a one-nighter, and then we could just ease into it, and then maybe do another one later summer. But I've been getting all our equipment ready. I built it up since 2018. Believe it or not, I've been planning for a backpacking experience for years, reviewing products, this and that. Getting a lot of it, and I thought I was pretty set, but there's a lot of stuff that you still have to take into account. So anyways, let's get going here. Let's see if Province Approach is still on. They're doing that because of FS Expo. They're off now. There was lots of traffic here earlier tonight, more than usual, so I guess we're all good, and that's what I get for being late night. But hey, I had to fly for real. Then I was tired. I actually took a nap earlier today after flying, and kind of refreshed, but I'm gonna go to sleep after this. So but it's all good. All right, Nick Resla went up with me today, by the way, frequent visitor to here. But DigiDriver, you're here with us, and we're gonna get this thing going. So here we go. What were the winds again? Because I wasn't paying attention. Typical Eric flight. God. I got my altimeter set. It's about 50-ish. So that's what it should be.
November automated weather observation. 03000 Zulu.
It's nice to hear weather in this again.
Calm. Visibility 10.
Wind's calm. All right, so we'll take 30
Few
off.
clouds at 2000.
Yeah, all right. With that, back to guard. And altimeter set. Transponder on clock ADSB. We'll do that. We're gonna have to test the radio. Let's connect the VAT sim at this time. There are no controllers, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Just connecting to it on my laptop because it does a host to the desktop. But yeah, 726. All right, good. It's all there. I didn't file a flight plan because we're VFR. I thought I was gonna need to get Bravo clearance, but they're not on there now. So I guess we're just flying, which is fine. This is a turf airfield again that we're gonna go to. Gonna test the brakes on the way out, get to the run-up area, and we're good. Gonna turn the tablet off for now. And here we go, straight ahead. Brake off. Brake off. It was off. Yep, Toby I tracker on so it can look like real life. There we go. Oh, and also telling Nick Resel there were no foot brakes on his side of the plane was interesting too. That's the weird thing about the Arrow that the flight school has. It doesn't. He has to use the handbrake to slow down, and I have to help on the landing, which I did a terrible job of today, to be honest with you. We still made it, but I wasn't used to having to really put down the brakes. But now I know better, and we did fine on the landing. So he did an awesome landing at Groton. We went there. We got some sandwiches. And we flew back. There was lots of rain though over Providence when we were going there, so we had to go around it. The game's afoot. You know it. Oh, actually, I have a command for you know it. See, I say it. There you go. All right. I filled the fuel, by the way, when you were watching that little promo there. But do join me for that marathon flight. I'm going to be promoting it along with swag at FS Expo. So, in appropriate places. I almost feel like taping up the little mini flyers I have at the urinals or something, but I'm pretty sure that would be frowned upon. But that would probably get the word out, you know what I'm saying? That, I got some keychains that I've had for a while, and I got wristbands, brand new wristbands, which are pretty cool. So I bought 100 and they gave me 200 free, so I didn't think that was that bad, to be honest with you. Zach and Maddie already got theirs. Maddie keeps losing bracelets this year, though. We bought her like some nice bracelets at like the local fair and stuff like that in town, but it might be a bit much, but it's not that bad. As I go off the taxiway. All right, we're gonna turn into the wind slightly here. Oh, you meant the urinals. Yeah, I thought that'd be overstepping my boundaries. I don't think Evan would like that from FS Expo. So that won't be me. It'd be a smart marketing play if you didn't care, though, but I'm gonna be okay. You know how they do it? You know, they put like advertisements in front of the urinals. I just, you know, you gotta look at something. All right, run up, brakes set. Turn off the Tobii eye tracker already. Okay, here we go. Brake is set. Good. Fuel proper tank. We're on the left. Trim set for takeoff. We're gonna look over here. I gotta remember I'm in 2024. All right, and then electronic trim works. It was working. Oh, I know why. One downfall of my Honeycomb Alpha, the little connecting cable to the actual part that moves on the yoke, it like pops out. And I super glued one part of it. I got to super glue the other. So. Wow. Nice. All right, flight controls. Free and correct. Oh my God. Instrument, stern clears in the middle. Hey, no flag, heading coordinator. Oh, sorry. It's about 200, good. Vertical speed looks good. This is what I'm talking about. It flies straight, but it does all this jibbery stuff with the pithiometer, and I've opened it up and cleaned it out because it's not under warranty anymore. But everything's good. All right, enunciator lights. Might need these. Not really. Alternate air. You don't really see much happen with this in real life either. We just want to make sure it moves and works. It's okay. That's fine. Mixture best power is 2,000 RPMs. So yeah, I guess I flooded the engine a little bit too much when we got to garage. Started it up because it wasn't starting up. That was real life. Right magneto. Back to both. Left. Back to both. Check in for the RPM drop on that. Prop, we're gonna cycle. RPMs go down. RPMs go up. Oil pressure is gonna go down. Second check. And oil pressure goes up. Finally, we want to make sure no oil spurts out on the windshield, because that means that we have an oil leak in the governor. Down and up. All right, good. Fuel pressure. Sorry. Vacuum is good. Oh, excuse me. After charging, vacuum. I already said vacuum is good. Fuel pressure is in the green. Oil pressure, oil temperature are good. We're gonna idle. Take this tablet and go back to about 1,000. It's only 1,200 in this, but that's okay. All right. If there's a problem, take a phone. Can't coach otherwise. And there's enough available runway ahead of us. We will board takeoff land directly on the runway. If we are under, let's say, 800 feet, this problem can't convert you otherwise. We will land directly ahead, no more than 30-degree turns. Best glide speed in this, because you can't see any of this, is 79. If we are above 800 feet, this problem can't convert you otherwise. Stick, what's up? We're going to take a turn to the right because it's calm. This one will land on the right, land down when in the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us. Best glide speed is 79. We rotate at 70, climb at 90. And retract the gear when there's no more available runway ahead of us. That's what we're going to do. All right, pre-takeoff, high RPM, make sure best power. Fuel pump, part of my. Whew, I didn't sleep well last night. I slept well enough, but I did have to take a nap in the afternoon. Air override, we're good. Pitot heat, not needed. Heading indicator to compass, we're good on that. AC doors, windows, landing light on. Strobes on. And we are good. Alright, everything's set. Let's set this for an altitude of 2,900 right now on the autopilot. Remember, it's a little wonky, but it'll work. And I noticed in the Arrow, because I didn't really look for this because I knew it didn't have an autopilot, but it does have an autopilot. And it looks just like that, but it's just inactive. So I don't trust it on the sim. I don't know if I trust it in real life either, to be honest with you. Yeah. We're all tired. We're going to get through this. Sorry, Nick. Thanks for coming in. All right, I did release a YouTube short of going near Foxwood Casino on the YouTube channel if you didn't want to see that from today's flight. But all right, we're going to do this thing. VetSim's connected. 122700 is the Unicab here. I'm so sorry about the noise, man. Woo! All right, and then we have VetSim Unicom 122.8 ready on standby. Alright, and we are good. Let's get up here. Taunton traffic, Arrow 6 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 30, departure to the north. Taunton. Tobii eye tracker on. Good. We center that, and here we go. Clear, clear, clear. There's going to be rain and low clouds, so just have to look for it. It's been the story of the Northeast all day today. Nick Resel did an awesome job of navigating through around cloud, well, not through, but around clouds. And then on the way back, I did the flying, and it got better. So, all right, we're in the middle, heels on the floor. Oops, hello. What just happened there? Nope, stop doing that. Bad. What is going on? I don't know what just happened there. Let's hope that's not going to happen again. Full throttle. Here we go. That was weird too. Anyways. That was really weird. Rotate. And we're off. Up. Get to about 500 feet, we've got to learn to turn left to 260, because that is the departure procedure to avoid the school. There you go. The blade! Clear on the left. Thank you, Digi. Poor old mall right there. It's no longer there. It's not a building. It's like a warehouse there now. Okay, we're gonna fly this way a little bit. This thing trimmed out really nice today, the Arrow. We'll say that. Alright, we're going to turn to the right, clear on the right. Hopefully, everything will kind of work here. Come on now. Climbing pretty well. Tobii eye tracker off. Get back to 25 inches of manifold. 2550 there. Lean up the mixture a little bit. Right about there. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Will the autopilot come on? Let's see what happens. I'm going to try setting this first. And then on. No, because it always defaults to heading. And then this didn't turn on at all. And also did the altitude dirty as well. It's not working anyways. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? This is what I'm constantly going through with this stupid plane. Yeah, might have worked that time. Alright. Well, it seems to be working now. Very good. We'll take it. Now, I'm going to keep it at 2,900 because as you can see that overcast layer is kind of there and my tablet totally turned off, which is why you see a blue screen. There you go. And we're going to be outside Bravo, as you can see on the tablet there. So, alright, I'm going to look at Volanto one last time and go over to VATSIM Unicom. VATSIM Unicom, Arrow 6 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. In case anyone hears me. I don't think so, though. Alright, I'm gonna turn the tablet off. Look at the sights here. We are holding at 2,900. Kick this back to about 23, 22 inches. This will go back to 25. Ground speed's pretty good. We have time. We're not ribbled with time, but we did try to do ribbled weather with the custom feature. Food over here today. This is 495. We got Mansfield over there. But we actually followed this way because we had to go north of Providence because of clouds. Volanta. Tomato tomato. You know it. Oh, sorry. I gotta start using that command. See, I started saying that so much, I made a command for it. Uh-oh. It's time to ban someone. Really? You gonna do that? Nope. Hey, stop doing that. Thank you. You got him before I did. Alright, get ready for the long haul. We are gonna have to get up eventually because this Franconia is right near Mount Lafayette, which is near Mount Washington, as you can see right there. So it's either we deviate to the west, or we try to go over the mountains. So we'll see what happens. And go from there, but I'm gonna stay like these clouds for now. It is supposed to get clear. So we'll see. What does it do when I put festive? Yeah, see? Alright, it's not Christmas, everybody. I hit the wrong button. Boston out there in the distance. Providence, by the way, FS Expo is out there. And that's the story of the day. It's been raining there like all day. It did clear up though, because it was like a big cell over here when we flew earlier in real life. But yeah, it's been rain all day. Sorry to the person that said he got an Airbnb in South Providence, which is not the best part of Providence. He's like, I'm scared. He was on the Discord. I'm scared. I'm like, you're gonna be fine. So it seems like a lot of south parts of a lot of cities are not the best, but that's the only place I'd say is kind of sketchy in Providence is South Providence. So I don't know. I've been told the same thing about San Antonio. So there she is, the Wagon Queen Family Sky Cruiser. Nothing like her at all. This is what we'll be flying for the 5th annual Airflight Marathon. Take a look at this little Queen's little commercial here, if you will.
This summer, take to the skies in style. Introducing the 1977 PiperArrow 3-wagon Queen Sky Cruiser. She's not just a plane, she's aviation's answer to the great American family road trip. With 4 seats, retractable gear, and 4 times the simulated wood grain, this bird's got the look of a suburban station wagon and the soul of a skybound stallion. Why just drive coast to coast when you can fly there in a machine so groovy, Clark Griswold himself would have traded in the family truckster just for a ride in this majestic metal mama. Rugged, comfortable yoke? Check. Luggage space for Aunt Edna? You bet. Built-in GPS to keep your dad from getting lost over Kansas? Absolutely. And don't forget the low-wing swagger and constant speed prop performance. Perfect for cruising at 137 knots while flying the tribe cross-country. So skip the rest stops and take the scenic route at 7,500 feet. It's the Wagon Queen Sky Cruiser, because the journey is the vacation. If you think you hate it now, just wait till you fly it.
Just wait till you fly it. Still not done. I'm gonna try to edit some of this inner cockpit. I got one more thing to put on it, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. It's gonna be a long weekend. And that was a little promo about the Family Sky Cruiser. June shower springs, FS Expo, weather holds, and lots of bad sim. You better believe it. But it's been like this in real life. This is what it resembled. It was just low, rainy. Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh man. Alright, we're on the Bravo, by the way. Actually, we're like 100 feet below it, but we're going to be in a Class Delta at Norwood. I've never landed there yet, but I would like to someday. I think that's going to be a slogan too. Look at Boston over there. But the other thing we could do is I have the Init Builds Providence, which I'm flying right near Boston right now. Norwood is where I'm about to overfly. Kilo Oscar Whiskey Delta. If you want to load up at Bedford, which is up ahead, Kilo Bravo Echo Delta, that'd be Nick Breslow's home field. That's a little bit north of where we are. Or you can go right out of Logan if you want to contend with people. There's going to be lots of traffic there. But maybe we'll take a look at the Init Builds Providence. Their Providence is really good. It's only for 2024. But before I say that, let me make sure I really put it in there. I did. So we can take a look at that. It looks just like the terminal. They did a really nice job. It puts Fly Too High to shame, but unfortunately it's only for 2024 because I tried it in 2020. It's all messed up. That's how good it is as a local. But, all right, let's get some FS, some ATC chatter on here. Approach, play chatter.
41
Should be good.
5 Lewis, heading 070, maintain.
If that's too loud, let me know. Norwood Memorial off our left here. Got some traffic down there. That might be freeware scenery down there. That's what I'm thinking at least. I liked flying today. It wasn't the best weather. We got through it. And just simply just when's service update 3 coming out? I mean, this is definitely a better thing. It's almost flyable. But I still got stutters in my headphone. I don't think you hear them on stream. But hope we don't hear stutters on stream. I hear little cracks and pops. So I don't know what that's all about. But what's going on? Yeah, I don't know if you hear that at all, but the sound's going in and out. It's the biggest problem I had. Anyways, if you want to see Foxwoods Casino on the PiperArrow today, I'm going to show that on stream. It's only 17 seconds of glory, but we'll take it. So Foxwoods Casino, it's a casino in Mashantucket, Connecticut. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's a good time. It's very clear. It's just a lot of clouds. See? Kind of like what you see here. Same deal. But I usually do bingo there, believe it or not. You get to sit there for 4 hours and lose only $25 or something like that. They used to give you free soda while you sat there, but they don't do it. They haven't done that in years. So. Boston! Right there in the distance. That's where I went to college, everyone. You see the John Hancock building? So Berkeley College is right about over here. That's where I went to school. Also went to Northeastern for 1 year, which is a little bit more into the city there. Near Back Bay, actually, so it's over here. Somewhere. Alright, anyways, these clouds are not going to be the best for us. I'm going to keep it low, and and I guess relatively slow. 138 knots. This thing has a little bit more kick than the Arrow too. So.
Sky 3455, contact Allentown approach 124.45. Have a nice day. Sky 3455, that's for Sky 3455.
And the only biggest issues I'm having, fuel pump off. Biggest issues I'm having with 2024 is the VRAM usage, I think, because it will max out. Now, listen, I know I got lots of scenery on this, but it's 24 gigs in the 3090. It is only outdone by the 5090 with 30 gigs, I think, for VRAM at least. So, I don't know.
Steps on you, just verify Allentown 2445, Brickyard 34.
I just don't get it. So
Allentown on 2445.
we are gonna get to New Hampshire. We're gonna hopefully get up a little bit higher, or if we're gonna go deviate to the west.
To United 751, reduce
The place that we're gonna try to backpack on is the Compromise Trail. It's a short little trail, but at the end of it is a waterfall. It's actually pretty nice from the pictures I've seen, and I think it's doable for a first-time backpack. Are you? Are you going to FS Expo? Or are you just in Boston? Well, we're looking at you right now. I haven't been to Boston in a while. I'd like to take my e-bike and kind of do like a daytime biking around there with the e-bike. Visit my old stomping grounds. But button of my hat is hurting. Ow. That's Boston.
2632, maintain 180 knots, still doing, cause wake turbulence, your route, you can find a heavy Boeing 777. Continue to doing, yes.
You can always tell New Hampshire because you start seeing the hills. See that? So, I was telling Nick Resler, we're kind of lucky to live in the Northeast. We get a little of everything. You can go to the islands, Block Island, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket. You can go to mountainous terrain. I mean, it's not like, 12,000 feet or anything, but still mountainous. And then you can also go to just there's lots of airports to go to. Unlike if you live in like Wyoming or something where you have to fly for 60 nautical miles just to get to the next closest airport, So we're kind of lucky with that. And we have a little bit right. Oh, did I pause the music? I did. Yikes. Here we go. Get the groove on. But yeah, if you are going to FS Expo, I'll probably most likely either be walking around or I'll be hanging out at the Rich USA Flying Club table, which is on the main floor. As for tomorrow, I have no clue what to expect other than just go get my registration with my son, and then we wait around till 12 p.m. when the doors open. But I asked the Rich USA Flying Club what's the plan. No one really knows what it is. Like, we haven't really been there except for a couple of us. So, but like the weird thing is that all these people from like the flying club, but you never really met them in person. I've met two, I think. Mike, who's the founder and creator of the Virtual Safe Flying Club. I actually flew with him, and Nick Resler, who I flew with for a second time today. So, and he's going to FS Expo now too, so it's kind of cool. He'll probably just hang out with me. So, I'm pretty easy to get along with though, so I don't really fear meeting people. Some people have some anxiety, and I get that. I used to be like that, but just kind of do my thing. Again, I will try to live stream. I got it all set up for OBS to live stream from there through the internet, connecting remotely to OBS here, and I have remote ways of controlling OBS, so it'll be a good time. You can watch the official thing and buy online access to it, actually watch the seminars and stuff. But to actually get like a feeling for it, that's what I'm hoping to give people. Even if it's just like setting up a camera on a small little tripod, leaving it there at the table. Just to give you an idea what it's like and walking around here and there, like just give you the live experience. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because the other thing that we're allowed to do as media partners, we're allowed to simulcast, where we give them our stream key, and they'll just re-show everything that they can show on the free stream. But I'm gonna do it my way. So Over here's Bedford, by the way.
Flight 130.
Home airport of Nick Resnick. I've never been here, but it's very expensive to land there. But he actually has a Cessna 172 that his family owns with him, and he takes it from out of Bedford, and they lease it back to the flight school here. So it looks like the clouds might clear up ahead. We'll have to see. But yep, I'll be at FS Expo. If you see me there, introduce yourself. Don't be creepy though. Because I have some swag and stuff, and I'll be passing out some promotional materials. I'll show you. I got everything else in the backpack I'm going to take, which hopefully they let me through, which they should. I think there's going to be security, but we have air flight wristbands. We also have, give me 1 second, I'm going to grab it. Yep, there's the bag. It's the swag bag, everybody. We also have, these are holdovers from a long time ago, because I never really had a reason to do this. We have keychains, Eric Flight keychains, and on the back says remove before flight. They are white though, because I kind of wanted the stuff to show up. Next time I order these again, I might make them, I don't know, a different color, maybe like blue with the white outline on the plane, but I gotta get rid of them first. They're really nice still. I use them all the time. I got one on my bag, the swag bag. Put them on luggage. And then I got these little flyers I made at Staples today, just to promote the marathon event. So I got color copies. That's how I make the poster. And then I got black and white copies, but they're nice high quality paper to let people know about the marathon if they haven't seen the stream or anything, and help promote the stream and all the people and sponsors. But yeah, that's what I got. So if you see me tomorrow and they let me through my bag, which they should, then we'll be passing out some swag. How's that? Gotta get my camera in there and stuff, my tripod, but gotta go do that tomorrow morning. All right, anyways, let's take a look outside as we fly through the Boston Bravo here. Oops, sorry. Come on, 2024, stop being like that. 2020 isn't like that. There's Boston there in the distance. Yeah, I think they're pretty nice swag, you know. But Digi, I'll send you a keychain and a wristband. Let me get through FS Expo first. You deserve it, my friend. You've been a constant contributor to the stream. You've even influenced some things. I still have the VREF +5 Bon Jovi reference, which I might actually perform and record sometime. So I appreciate your input and your friendship. That's actually a picture right there. I'm gonna do that picture time. Alternate 2 is the thing that turns off nameplates. Thanks to JT Azevedo for telling me that. And let's look at the fuel system here. Again, I'm sorry about 2024. Give me the stutters there. About that. Fuel. Probably have to switch right now. You're on the left. I'm going to switch to the right. So fuel pump on. Switch to the right. Did that a couple times today. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is holding and good. But yeah, I had to call the flight school. Oh. He's out there. Well, at least he gave us a heads up. It's not easy when you're not used to it, but you get used to it by doing, you know? Oh, you're welcome, my friend. Iowa Scotsman. Make sure you use your sound. Welcome to the broadcast. We're a little bit late here, but we're going to be flying a short flight to New Hampshire. We're hopefully going to backpack this summer with my son. Okay, the weather's not looking good on the days we wanted to go, but karaoke that. I'm signed up to go to Mustafa's karaoke. I lost the email, but I know where I'm going, so I don't know if I could stream from there. But if I can't, I have a way of streaming with both my phone and my GoPro, so. Well, thank you, sir. Yours is too. Okay, Lowell, Mass over here. Last time I went up here in this area, I auditioned for bands in my 20s when I was really serious. It took like an hour and a half to get there, but the band was really good. So, they went to college there at UMass Lowell. I was just too far away. I lived too far away. Over here, there was another band I actually auditioned for, Haverhill, Mass. It was a band called Living Syndication. And it was like the worst audition ever, only because my amp, like basically the tubes that make the distortion, basically died on me. But I did kind of go over some things with them. But again, I was pretty far out. But that band was actually in the running to get signed. You do? Cool. I'll be streaming live from just the floor and stuff. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And OBS was working with that. So if I'm not able to, that's fine. But it's kind of cool because I have just a website and go on here and then click remotely through here on my phone to control OBS. So should be a good time. I'll bring you some live stuff from the floor if I can. Look around, do all that stuff. But looks like we're staying at 2900 for now. About to cross into New Hampshire here. Getting Lowell, Mass. Oop, come on now, stop it. High VRAM makes it do that. I don't know why. I don't even know why it uses all 24 gigs, to be honest with you. I know I got my settings up, but you know. Well, I missed out on the Virtue USA Flag Club. They had a little get together, like it's an impromptu one. But I'm gonna spend tonight here, and then I'll be doing karaoke on Saturday with Mustafa. I'll get up there and sing a couple songs. But I used to actually be in a band that did live band karaoke, so I was used to that too. And it was right around the time where who was big? It was like Carrie Underwood with the don't even know his last name. Don't even know his last name. I guess that's the name of the song, something like that. But it's gonna be hard to work tomorrow. I'm lucky in the fact that I am a teacher, so I'm on summer vacation, but I have a class starting on Monday. But it's like an online, and it's like a finish at your own pace course. So I'm gonna look at it when it first opens and then plan my strategy there. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I gotta do that to recertify. One more class to go, and then I'm gonna have to put in for my recertification on halfway through next year. Should be good. I'm very lucky in the fact that we got that, but just know that teachers do kind of work over the summer. Like I have to like take that course and do other things. Graduate courses. I decided not to do another graduate course. I'm gonna go for the Mass Teacher Association one, which is a lot cheaper graduate credit. So, but yeah, it's not much reimbursement to that because usually my school has all the money gone by the time I want to fill up for a class. But it is what it is. You know, I like teaching kids. So. All right, we are in New Hampshire. We're going to Nashua, and we're going to go through their Class Charlie airspace. We're going one time to Vermonta. Nobody's on. That's where we're going to Franconia. Turf fields. We're going to have to try our best to do that. And it's right on the west side of Mount Lafayette as well. But I might even hit a diner when we go up there or something. I would like to get to backpacking. I've got the backpack kind of packing going on right now with all the stuff, but it's exciting. It's exciting. Gets you out too. So July's gonna be very busy. We're gonna be doing a campground the next week after. The whole family, which is unheard of with my wife, because she did say the words that I believe she did, that she would never camp out in a tent overnight. She said that she wanted to. So try this out. It's only campground's about 15 to 20 minutes away from my house, but we're gonna try doing 2 nights there, and then if backpacking goes well, we'll look at it again maybe in August. But I've already flown in real life twice this month, so I'm good for this month. And then even July, seeing I'm doing all that stuff in the beginning, I'm going to Dallas to visit my niece and my family as well in the middle of the month. So we got a little turbulence here. I'm feeling it in the butt kicker. Nashua's over there for a left. Well, there you go. There you go. Like I said, if you want to see like some, because we're only allowed to stream like 30 seconds in the seminar, so that's not really worth it. You know, like the actual things that you pay for. But they do encourage it, and I have attended remotely every other year, so, and it was a good time. Even though it's kind of like, felt weird, but you got to see the releases and stuff, so, yeah. You do what you have to do. Nashua has some scenery here, so whenever it has to load or stream, that's when it gives you these clicks and pops and stutters. It usually evens out after a while. Sorry, again, control that. Stop it. Stop! I just want you to see Nashua. Actually, Nashua will be over here. And this is Manchester. So, 3 big airports in the area. Boston's the biggest. And Manchester and Providence are your 2 other ones that are kind of big. Over here is one of my favorite old-time amusement parks. I don't know if we're going to see it, though. I think it's back here. It's called Canyon Lake Park. Actually, it's probably over here. But it's an old trolley park. JT Azevedo, what's up, my friend? It's not late night for you. It's only 9 o'clock out there, but it's over past midnight here. We're going to fly to Franconia, New Hampshire, where I'm going to try backpacking this year with my son, hopefully. Weather's not looking good for the days we picked, though. It's thunderstorms, so we won't be going in that. But I guess you could look at this as a bigger Big Bear, California. Just that it's like the whole state with the mountains and stuff. We're going to have to get over these mountains, because as you can see on my tablet, we're going to get to Laconia, right here, and then we got to either deviate to the west or get over this mountain. But clouds are rising. They're not up yet. Might be able to get to 4,500 right now. And actually, we're heading slightly to the east, so that would be 5,500. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see what we can do. Let's go to 3,500 for now, get our little altitude and see what happens. Man, that actually worked. The autopilot. I'm impressed. Cool. Now I'm wondering if I have frame gen on, because I can't remember. Here's a way of checking that, actually. I guess I do, because it's bouncing around there. I'm okay. We went flying for real in the PiperArrow, and it was cloudy like this and rainy. But me and Nick Reslow went up in the PiperArrow, and we went to Groton, Connecticut, and got some lunch, and came back as a lunch flight. It was funny because he wanted to go to this place called the Handlebar Cafe, which is like a biker's cafe bar, if you will. And we walk in there, and everyone's sitting at the bar. So I'm like, oh, we'll just sit at the bar and get some lunch. And they're like, oh, do you want food? And I'm like, yeah. Came in for food. Like, oh, you gotta want to go to the restaurant over there. It was really weird. That wasn't the Handlebar Cafe, but they had good sandwiches still. So I had a Cuban sandwich there along with Nick Reslow. There's Manchester. Some of my ancestors, my ancestry, they came from Canada, French Canadian. Some of them lived here. I got like addresses and everything. So I guess part of my family history, they came down from like French Canada and down here. So yeah, I remember gigging downtown Manchester one time too. It was interesting. They allowed smoking in bars still at that time. I don't think they do it anymore, but New Hampshire was one of the last ones to get rid of smoking. And I just found that peculiar. And you were talking to a guy that used to perform when they used to smoke all the time in clubs. You'd come out like after the gig, drenched in sweat and smelling like cigarettes, you know? So I can't say it was a bad thing. Your equipment too, your equipment would stink for like a week. So. Yeah, alright, we're passing Manchester, New Hampshire, and we're on our way to the more rural part. It's kind of like Vermont up here, the mountains and stuff. But they have some excellent diners that you can drive to going up here. And I did like Laconia when I flew to it up here as well. Haven't done that in a while. But again, we're going to take it a little easy on the flight funds. We're going to build it back up. So today's flight was, I paid for gas at Mystic to take the courtesy car. And that gets reimbursed, the difference. But it was almost a $400 flight still. If you add the gas, it's over 400. So that got charged. So, but hey, was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it to take the arrow. All right, up ahead, we're coming to Concord Municipal. I remember flying there with my excellent streamer friend, real world friend too. He was a lead singer in the hardcore band down the hall. They ended up playing with them later on. But Anthony Wicked, so let's give him a shout out. Let's get a bunch of shout outs going here. He does a lot of multi-streaming horror games, stuff like that, so not Flight Sim. But he's a good guy. And then, of course, we got Digi Driver, my friend extraordinaire, which I'm going to give you the next shout out to. IO Scotsman will get you one as well. JT Azevedo will probably give you one even though you don't stream. Or maybe you do stream. I know you're on YouTube though, so. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, don't break that rule. I had a couple high school students break that one time, then they delayed their license. So, there you go. And drive defensively. I told all my students that too. I'm like, it's not going to be you. It's going to be the other people. Drive defensively. Or as I remember driver's ed, I remember the first day, like, you're in a 2,000-pound weapon. So, Digi Drive. A little shout out to you, my friend, as well. Got about half hour to go, so shorter flight tonight, but that's all I wanted since after midnight. Got to get up a little early to get ready for FS Expo. Registration starts at 9 a.m. And like, I've never been there, but they're like, oh, try to get there on time. And I didn't know registration was open from 1 to 6 today. But I was flying until about 4 o'clock, and I had some things I had to get. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm surprised this autopilot's working so well. Usually I'm having problems. This is what I'm talking about with my Honeycomb Alpha. And I've tried calibrating this thing. Look at this. My x-axis is out of whack. And then I cleaned the potentiometers on the, I actually opened the whole thing up since it's not under warranty, like I said. But I can't get it to like center. Then there's a way of the hardware pushing a certain key combination that you calibrate it. But I really am interested in the Meridian yoke that will be coming out. And that's by the engineer that made the Honeycomb Alpha. But let me see if I can show that to you, because I think that this is going to be the one I'm going to look at, hopefully at FS Expo. There you go. they're everywhere. But this is the yoke I think I would like to get. And the reason why it has Hall sensors, I'm really spoiled with the Thrustmaster TPRs, the rudder, the pendulum rudders, which are wicked expensive, but they're the best I've ever used. But you have an interchangeable avionics panel, which I really don't care about that, but I guess it's kind of cool to have that feature. You're gonna have 14-bit Hall effect sensors. What that means is it uses magnets. It does a lot more polling to be more accurate. The Honeycomb Alpha uses potentiometers, which are the old technology, which they work, but yoke travel, it rolls 180. They expect that. Grip design has vibration motors for touchdown bump, stick shaker, engine RPM, and more. So it has haptics in it too, which is cool. I don't know if that will work with the haptic software from Buttkicker. I doubt it. Built-in magnetic yoke mount for iPads and clipboards. Yeah, it's nice to have, but not something I need. Aluminum frame and vegan leather, so it's fancy. But we'll see. The under table mount, not desk clamp. Probably have to go with that. Here's what it looks like, I guess, in different configurations. Very much like the Honeycomb Alpha, as you can see, but it's the same engineer. And it has an extra button there as well, the hat switch. But this is what I'm interested in seeing, if they're going to have it there. And they're coming out with like a Bravo competitor too. Pretty much he had a partner, and the partner basically messed him over in a nice way. So I guess he's starting his own company now. But you can see it's very much like the Bravo, but different look. But the cool thing on this thing is, and I won't be getting this, I think it has like radio panels and autopilot built in. If it has different configurations, see that? So that's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't used the Bravo, so kind of simple with this stuff, but yeah, I'm excited about the Meridian yoke, and I'll see the other stuff too. So I didn't lean up the mixture, I don't think, in final time, so let's see if I got any more left. Right there. Good. Alright, and the clouds are dissipating, so let's keep climbing here. Let's get to 5,500. What do I have to be at here? Yeah. Well, maybe go to 7,500 and see if we can get there. How's that? Autopilot seems to be working with the SciTech. Shocked. I never drove in California. My father only did the driving on the rental car, so yeah, it's comparable. Oof. Got the Meridian yoke, yeah. I think it looks really good. The throttle quadrant looks good too, but they're not for sale yet. But I'm definitely interested in that yoke. I want something with hull sensors. I'm gonna be done with potentiometers from now on whenever I buy new stuff, I think, because it's just, I'd rather invest the money in it, you know. This isn't the CH Products era when I first started. That's about, well, I thought that was fantastic. I still have a pair. I have my old pair, but the rudder pedal cable broke in it, so I think I lost toe brakes or something. Did try my early soldering skills back then too. So isn't that nice? So it's the same engineer who had a fallout with the guy that was working with him at Honeycomb. And I actually trust him more than the other guy, because the other guy seems like he's just kind of in it for the money, like, you know, he didn't create the product. Concord Municipal off our left here. Landed there one time. Just landed, got out, took some video, went back. Yeah, I went with Anthony Wicker, like I said. Oh, Iowa Scotsman. I never gave you a shout out, my friend. Let's give you a shout out. Shout out to Iowa Scotsman. Probably about 700. That's what I'm thinking, at most. Maybe 6. I mean, his whole deal is he's trying to make it be somewhat affordable, because that's the whole goal of the Honeycomb, is good quality, but, you know, cheaper than like the Bruner, if you will. And for me to go a lot more, I would need force feedback, and I need it to work really well, because I like the haptics. I do. Again, a lot on the marathon flags. Like right now, I use a butt kicker on my chair. And it kind of keeps you going, you know. Yeah, I'm interested, and they are at FS Expo, so that's one of the manufacturers I want to visit, along with the NIP builds, because they're sponsoring my marathon, and also Real Sim Gear. Jawicki Design, I don't think is going to be there, but I also like them as well. They sponsored every single marathon I've done. So, alright, kick that up a little bit. Manifold. Heat it out a little bit. I guess not. What does that say? Auto extension off. I think we're okay. We're okay. See that we're climbing. Get over those mountains. Mount Washington. Whoop, might even see it from here. Give me a second. I think it's this one. That's the highest point in New England. It says 6,600 feet. Took my wife's then brand new to her car up the mountain. Shortly after my brother passed, so I was all about living life. And I never drove up Mount Washington, but we did it. And we got out up on the top, and it was like wicked cold. It was like probably about 30 degrees, even though it was summer. It's at 6,000 feet in the air, but Conia's over here. Famous for bikers. They have a bike rally every year, I think, here. And also the FAA ice runways over here. The only one that's recognized. We have a speedway over here. right past the mountains. So I'm gonna drive up here to do backpacking. You do? Yeah. I have the Alpha, but the calibration issues on it have been. It's not terrible. Like it's usable, but it bounces around when it's not on autopilot. And like I said, look at my SPAD thing. This is after I calibrated with the hardware calibration. The window, so it's holding steady now, but it was all jittery before. And the x-axis is still kind of, see what I'm saying? I'm barely touching it. So, but it works, but it's just the potentiometers. I even put the electric contract cleaner in there to clean off the pots, but it's better, but it's not like it should be. And Hall sensors, they never go. I'll show you an example of that too. So I have the Thrustmaster TPRs, the pendulum rudder pedals. They're expensive. They're up to like 500 something bucks. I think I got them for like 450. But look how smooth this is. The plane's gonna rock, by the way. Look at that, and it centers perfectly. Toe brakes. Look at this. And that's because they're Hall sensors. They have these magnetic Hall sensors. They're very, very accurate. So. And that's why I guess I'm spoiled now. I want Hall sensors on everything I can get. Never had a problem with the Thrustmasters. Except for one, I had one little issue. I had one of the screws break off. And so I had to put a new one on. But they give you extras. So I don't know how that happened because it's all metal. But it did. It happened. Okay, we're going to climb to 7,500. Looks like we're going to do this. So we're going to get above the mountains. Pardon me. Head. Also get my manifold pressure up here. So all the way up because we can. So we're at 2,500 RPMs. And there you go. We're 6,500. Must have a little wind or something.
First off the Bravo, what's your speed? 240 knots.
I don't see any traffic, but I guess it's live traffic, so that makes sense in a way. Still after midnight here. I'm so sorry with the odds. Ugh, need more fruity water. Today's drink is Walmart Black Cherry Carbonated Water. These are pretty good though, to be honest with you. They did go up in price like everything else though. Used to buy like 3 for like $1.29. Now they're like 80 something cents a pop, but they're good. That's one bonus about flying out of Plymouth. You have to drive back on Route 44. Yeah. Do you love them? I love them. I think they're the best rudder pedals I've ever had. If you could put money into things, I found out it's better. I do try to buy things used though. And the only reason why I have my SciTech radio panel and the autopilot, I think I got, no, I didn't get, yes, I think I got the autopilot from the too. Is there was a pilot when I was doing my private pilot. There's a guy that was a pilot and he's like, oh, I'll just give it to you. And I was like, really? And he gave me the throttle prop mixture, SciTech one, which you can't find anymore. But it basically broke on me, so now I'm using a Redbird TH1, which is huge. But it's just like the real thing, whenever I want Cessna, because it uses like the real handles and everything, and it has the vernier control, so you can turn the mixture and the prop like you do in real life. But it's all an investment over the years, you know what I'm saying? I still have a real sim gear. Was it 750 over here? I bought that used off of Facebook. So I haven't used it a lot, but I will get into it sometime. There's so many things. But the real thing, we had GNS 530, like what we're raffling off for the 5th annual marathon. I use that all the time. I think I'm using it right now. And it really teaches you, like, see, I'm pushing buttons. It's just like the real thing. I'm also going to scratch my back. Oh my God. Itchy back. I got my back scratcher ready to go. All right, cruising at 7,500, looking good. Continuous charging, suction. How are we doing on gas? We're on the right tank, and we can switch back to the left. Fuel pump on. Switch to the left. Leave it on for a little bit. Keep an eye on the fuel pressure there. All right, fuel pressure off. And, sorry, fuel pump off. Fuel pressure's low.
6.7,
yeah, best rudder pedals ever. Wicked expensive, but wicked good. I had, I started out with the CH products back in like the year 99. And then, what did I get after that? I think I bought the SciTech Cessna pedals. Getting back into it. So yeah. And I broke those. I snapped them. I did do epoxy on them and kind of fixed them after. And then I had a regular pair of Logitech ones. And I snapped those too. So I was like, thing is, I put them right at my desk, and I was working remotely all that time as a teacher. So my foot was resting on them, even though I tried not to. But after that, I got the Thrustmaster ones, and I was holding out for the Charlies, but that was taking way too long because of everything else going on, the controversies. And I'm kind of glad I went with the Thrustmaster. I used a bunch of Amazon gift cards and paid the rest. And best purchase I ever made for rudder pedals. And the Honeycomb Alpha has been a good yoke, by the way. I've had it for about 5, almost 6 years. I think 5 years. But I'm just spoiled on all sensors now. You can see the difference, you know what I'm saying? So I still have my CH yoke somewhere too. There's Laconia. When you come landing in here, you have to watch out for that hill. It's quite interesting to fly there in real life. And yeah, backpacking, camping, all that stuff happens in New Hampshire. So I'm going to try to do that this summer. My son Zach here. FS Expos this weekend. It's the first time. Busy July. Still have to book the hotel for Dallas. Airfare's been booked, so I'm going there with the family. But I got to get a rental car and a hotel, which I know I'll be able to do. But that's why we're gonna maybe not even fly during July in real life, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of things going on with expenses, which we saved up for.
Bravo, contact code 127.6. Have a nice day. 7.6.
It is very beautiful to fly up here in real life, though, too. Just like you're seeing. It's just like this with the mountains. The lakes. There's Lake Winnipesaukee, Laconia again, right over here. And if you drive up, they have like roadside diners that you can go to. I'm just saying the stuff I like to do. Yeah, those are high quality too. I'm not much into military aircraft, but my brother had like the old Thrustmasters, like the really old ones. I think that he didn't have them at the end though, because basically they cleared out his house. He had a lot of issues going on, him and his ex-wife now. But yeah, they had issues. There's Mount Washington over there. So a lot of his flight sim stuff, I think it was just gone. But I did get some of it, and I am storing it. So, Mount Washington, highest peak in New England. 6,600 feet. If you want to pay some money, you can drive up the mountain, then you get one of those little flashy bumper stickers that says, "This car climbed Mount Washington." I thought I was smart, because after I drove my wife's new to her car up that thing, and she's terrified the whole time. We got like a car magnet to go in the back instead of a bumper sticker, because we didn't really want to put a bumper sticker on the car. And that lasted about a couple of years, and then one day it was not there anymore. So I think she went through the car wash. Lost it there. So I was like, oh, we're gonna have to go drive up the mountain again. She's like, no, I'm good.
6.7, Carolina heading 090.
This is Mount Lafayette over here, and the trail that we want to go backpacking on is on the west side over here. Franconia, the airport's just a little north. You could actually, if I could, in real life, take a plane here, land on that airfield, then we can walk down the road with the backpacks and go right in the trail and then come right back. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be driving up. Yeah, like I said, I thought I bought a lot of stuff over time. Like I had this idea of backpacking now since like 2018. This is the first time I'm ever going to do it in my life. I thought I had equipment coming in every year going, I'll use that, I'll use this. And you still had to buy stuff just to get through things. So I've had the water purifiers for years. Because obviously we're not going to carry in like a big 5-gallon thing of water. So there's these like water purifier straws, and you can like set them up and put it in the water in a bag. And and there's a river that's gonna flow right near the trail, so that's not it. Excuse me, that's not an issue either. There you go, there's the mountains. And if you have kids and stuff, they have some small, yeah, I can see that. I'm never gonna buy like a dedicated cockpit or build one, like just have a Cessna cockpit. I know why people do it, but I try to buy stuff that will emulate real world while still being on my desk and stuff like that. So I do what I can, but the rudder pedals, man, I'm telling you, I don't think there's anything better than the thrustmaster TPRs. I don't know how the Charlies are. Maybe I'll be able to try those at FS Expo too.
5430 near low, he's going to maintain 5,000.
We're almost at our destination again. We're going to be at turf field. Let's look at soft field landings. I think it's 70 for approach, and you outride the throttle in. Landings, arrow 3. Alright. PiperArrow 3 involves a gentle touchdown. Yeah, we know that. Okay. About 70 knots indicated on final full flash. Extend the downwind too. Normal flap setting, full flaps when we get down there. Yeah. Out the approach, roll out. Back pressure, we know that's its turf. Minimize braking. I don't think the aircraft slows down as much as it would in real life in grass, but and then we want to keep the thing running. Try to keep the. I mean, I have rode an airplane on grass when I went to Parliament Field, but I never landed on grass. So, and obviously we had to show that technique, the short field and the soft field technique during the check ride. I get that, but it's just the things there. We'll do our best here. And there's the mountain to contend with too. Alright, believe it or not, it's right over the mountain straight ahead. So we're going to have to take a look at it. Pattern altitude's about 2,000 feet. So if we have to, we might overfly it. And it says right pattern. Is that on both? I don't know. Oh look, it's my notes from earlier today, everybody. That was the taxi instructions for Groton. There you go. Went to Mystic Air, which is now like Master or something or another. The same FBO, they're nice people there. We had a taxi out over there. And then 1533 was, no, sorry, 523 was closed for construction. So, I want to clear that. Just to show you I do that in real life too. Alright, so, Bravo 5. So I got one turf runway. Take a look at the chart supplement. Turf, 2,300 feet, so it's not that long either. 0.9% up, going south. Right traffic, 3.6. And then there's like fence and poles and stuff, and trees and mountains. Takeoffs and landings not advised from dusk to 1400, which is 10 o'clock a.m. local time. That makes sense. They got like a little inn right near the airport where they rent bikes out of. Soft as spring. First 200 feet of runway 18 rough. White flag over residential area departure and the runway 1B. Take off and landing. I'll try my best. Avoid low alternate and ultra high power settings in this area. 4 feet tall fence, 92 feet from runway 36. Left to right. Right traffic. And there's gliders all over the field too. So. Unit counts 122.8, so we're all set up over there. And see what we can do. Get no controls. It's been a pretty nice flight, straight up. Just UFO for real. Thanks for following me on Twitch. Appreciate it, sir. We're almost there. Landing at Bravo 5 Turf Airfield, keeping it to 70 knots, riding this thing. That's about 10, maybe about 5 to 10 knots slower than the typical one. That's been a pretty nice flight, straight out. Yeah, FSX. Well, tomorrow, everyone. I will be streaming some stuff if I can on the Airquake channel, so stay tuned. It won't be like watching the actual event or anything, but it'll be on the floor, going around, talking to people. We're allowed to interview people too. They have like an interview area. I don't know how that works yet, but so I guess maybe we can get that Meridian guy on there if he's available, if he's willing. So that's the biggest flight sim equipment I think I'm looking at right now. And maybe to try out the Charlie pedals, even though I won't get them obviously, just to see what I missed out on. I don't think I missed out on much.
121 Heavy, maintain 170 knots, still do it. Contact tower 18-3. Have a nice
But
day.
alright, we're gonna have to start getting down here pretty soon. Here's the issue though. Again, the peak over here is at 4,358. So it might be better to overfly the airfield. Come on in on a 45 right downwind. Runway 36. That's what I'm thinking right now. If that changes, I'll let you know. Right below us is the Pemigewasset River. Pretty cool. And again, I do plan to backpack hopefully sometime this summer. It's supposed to be next week. The weather's going to be pretty bad here on the first day of the weather. Man, New Hampshire's really grown on me getting older. I'll tell you one thing, the hiking boots that I got are amazing, and I bought those second hand, but they were practically new tags, they're Gore-Tex, because there's got to be some rocky streams and stuff, but man, those things are wicked comfortable. They're the Merrill Moab 3s, and like I wore them out the other day, took my father out for Father's Day, we got a little delayed on that, but I wore those the whole time, man. Those are like, they're built like sneakers, but they're hiking boots. Amazing. No break-in required. So I can't wait to use those as well. Ooh, excuse me, it's getting late here. So over this peak, it's on the other side. As you can see. 1228, 122.8 is the CTAP. So there, like I said. And if we get in here, there's some skiing around here as well. I remember doing a gig in Maine, and we had to drive a little bit through New Hampshire. And I was in a 4x2 truck, so I didn't have four-wheel drive on that. Because I thought I was going to be in California after college. So I got my truck as a 4x2 to save some money. But I remember going down a big mountainous hill from a gig. And the truck just kind of swerved like this as it went down the mountain. And I was like, oh my god. So yeah, recommend 4x4 or all-wheel drive, which is what I have now on my Honda CRV. That's the way to go to New Hampshire, I'll tell you that. And I loved my truck back then, but it could have used a 4x4, you know. Okay, I thought I was heading up to Los Angeles, California to teach music and maybe do studio musicians and look for bands, but that didn't really hash out. Mount Washington, 6,600 feet. It's actually clear, which is amazing because that could be one of the. It has the highest recorded wind speed ever in New England over there. But yeah, it's clear and no wind. All right, once we get over the peak, we're gonna start a descent, and then we're gonna do a flyover, turning right, teardrop entry, 45 right downwind. So I do the John Madden thing again. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna overfly. The defense is gonna go over the field. Then we're gonna do a little teardrop entry here to a 45 right downwind, runway 36, and land. Full stop on 36. Actually, I have to get the weather, but there's no wind at Mount Washington at 6,000 feet. Let's see what's happening at Mount Washington Regional though, and see if I get a frequency here. 118.525. We'll see if I get weather. That's a constant issue I'm having. 2024. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Kilo Hotel India Echo automated
Oh, it
weather
does.
observation.
Wind calm. So yeah, I think 3.6 would be the ideal way of getting in there.
Flight condition, ceiling 600 feet broken. Temperature 11C, dew point 10C. Altimeter 3024. Kilo Hotel India Echo automated weather observation.
Yep.
0400 Zulu. Wind calm.
There we go. Alright, back to guard.
Kilo Hotel India Echo automated weather observation.
I don't think it wants to turn off now.
You're on guard, Whip.
You're not on guard yet, because she won't be quiet. There you go.
Yeah.
Monitoring guard.
For 5430, reduce speed to 180, maintain.
Monitoring guard today in the PiperArrow that we took up.
Have a nice day.
There was no yelling on that at all. But when I flew near Providence today on the way back, they had me deviate south for entering aircraft. So I probably like landed some FS Expo coming in, people coming in on the airliners. All right. I don't know if you can see this, but that's the airfield right there. So I could like rush it, try to get down there, but that's not the safest way. So again, we're gonna go right. It's left 40, right 45 downwind entry, and really get there. This is a challenging landing still. As far as the backpacking place I want to go, it's called the Copper Mine Trail. You just go down the road here, and it's in about 1,000 feet up the mountain over here. But it used to have no copper mine, obviously. And that's where we're landing, Franconia. All right, let's start our descent. Allison, you could announce the descent if you're going to work tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
as we
you.
start our descent,
Back to 18
please make sure your
inches.
seat backs and tray tables are in their full
2100,
upright
off.
position. Make sure your seatbelt is
down.
securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you.
And we are good. You see how my yoke is shaking though? Look at that. That's the potentiometers. And it kind of levels out eventually, but with Hall sensors you wouldn't have that. If you look at my rudder pedals. Cool as a cucumber. Potentiometers, Hall sensors. Alright, pan altitude again is 2,000 feet or so. We'll announce our intentions here. Franconia traffic, Arrow 6 Echo Foxtrot to overflying the airfield from south to north, and we're at 7,000 feet. We're gonna set up for a 45 right downwind entry for runway 36 Franconia.
United 41 Heavy, maintain 210 knots. That seat's going to maintain.
We're not there yet, but there's the airfield. Doing our thing here. Just getting over those mountains. You could hike up to the top here, but we're not ready for that yet. And Mount Washington is one, like people have died hiking up that mountain, so we're good on that too. But the top of Mount Washington it's weird because it's 6,000 feet in the air, but it's like cold. They even have an Arctic zone for like the winter, which you're not allowed to really walk through that because that's protected area. Right over the airfield now, still descending. We got gliders on the field. Here's that inn that I told you about. They said that you can rent bicycles from there. And then the backpacking would be not that road, but I think it's over here. It's one of these roads, and it goes to the mountains. I turn to the right, so I stay above the airfield. Thank you. And keep our descent down. Alright, I gotta get down here, and I just lost game volume, which I'm sure that you didn't, but it does that. I don't know why it does that. Alright, I'm gonna have the screen flicker for a second, Bill. Reboost the sound. I don't know why it does. It's a 2024 thing. Be right back. I just have to reboot it here. Not the best place to do this. Not the best place to do this. There you go. So I don't know what it is. It just worked the graphics card so hard that like it does that. It's kind of a bummer. Right, I'm gonna head to the right. Put her on the right here. Do a wide turn here. Again, this is what we're kind of doing right there. The John Madden play of the flight. I gotta get a John Madden overlay now. You know it's gotta happen. Coming down, let's go. So we got tracker on. Let's check our fuel. Gotta reboot this thing. There we go. Okay, we're on the left. We're on the left. I'm gonna switch that now. So, until we got tracker off. Fuel pump on. Switch that thing to the right. That should take us through landing. As we keep our descent going on. Fuel pump off. Come on here a little bit more.
38 Derek below, ILS runway 4 right, Georgetown 70380.
Thanks for coming out tonight, everybody, on this backpacking inspired flight. See, that's what I don't like about that honeycomb potentiometers. Alright, let's try to get this thing to keep coming down. We're still about 3,000 feet above pattern altitude. Could slip it, but take a long, winding thing here. Keep it coming down. Let's go. We're 5 nautical miles out from the airport. We got tracker on. Over there. Still gotta look up from these mountains. And we're getting some updrafts from the mountains as well. Well, isn't that special? Look at that reflection off the windshield. That's cool. Okay, keep it coming down though. That's the airfield over there. Alright. 18 inches. The manifold pressure goes up as we get down there. Just to make sure just a little bit. We're on a 45. We're just really, really high there. But Franconia traffic, Aero 6 Echo Foxtrot, 4.5 nautical miles on the 45, right downwind. Runway 36, full stop, Franconia. Yeah. Right. Pull this out here. I think I got it. That's just warning me the gator's not down. I'll go off as soon as I put throttle in. Really? Like what? 4,000 feet. I'm slipping. Yeah, this is a little challenging. Or is that the runway? No, I lost the runway. No, that's it. Okay.
Unless straight ahead is available.
Yeah, I don't know if I have this. I'm low time. Oh, let's do a 360 to the left. We're on the left. There's a ski resort right there. I forget which one that is. That might be I can't remember what it's called. See the ski lifts and stuff?
070 able to run failed.
Left 360. We'll join the 45 right down one again. Go down, not up.
4615, clear approach to the altimeter 3007.
3007,
Okay, you gotta be kind of careful around here because of the mountains. And we're gonna have to set it up really early too as well, which is fine. Good down there now.
Across the shoreline at or above 3,000. Still high.
All right. I just saw you be right back. That's why I said all right. All right, coming around.
Skywest 4615, contact Canada First 118.6.
I wasn't hearing anyone on radio, so I thought we were okay to do all this. There's the airfield. It's this way. Is that patch over there? No, I lost the airport. We'll find it again.
432, roger, bad back to frequency.
Oh, there it is. Wow, we're really close. Alright, I'm gonna go for it now. Franconia traffic, Arrow 6 Echo Foxtrot, right 45, down, 45 degree, right downwind, full stop, Franconia. I think that's it. Where's that it over there? It says I'm overflying it, so I'm gonna go this way. Okay. Some gas, fuel pump on. Fullest tank, we already did that. Undercarriage, we have to be under 129 knots. We're good. You're down. It's actually over there. A lot going on right now. Regreen, so we're good there. Wheels are down. Got some felt to the button kicker. Alright, mixture, full. Prop, full. Bring this down. And not the best setup, but we'll get there. Okay, turning right. Down. Franconia traffic, Arrow 6 Echo Foxtrot, right downwind, runway 36, full stop, Franconia. Okay, right about there for pattern out. So we're going to try to extend this as much as we can, because we're going to make this a landing here. So we're going to go up this mountain just a little bit. Now you see how contentious it can really be. Okay, turning right. I'm gonna slow this thing down. Okay, thing of flaps might help. I'm gonna slow this down with another thing of flaps. Hopefully get situated here. Should get down to about 90, 85.
And it's a 59 heading to the left, heading 360.
Left heading 360,
That's the airfield. Okay, full flaps. Slow it down. We're at a good altitude, but be better in real life. Trimming up. This is freeware scenery. Flexing on TO, by the way.
left heading 340.
Down here. Slowing it down. Trimming up. Not that bad on the setup now. It's a little rickety, but I'm gonna ride this throttle at 70 knots here.
And it's a 59 heading, maintain a 190 knots to maintain 4,500.
Throttle out. Keep the elevator back. Keep the elevator back. Keeping it off that front wheel as much as we can. Flaps retracted. That should slow it down faster, I think. What I remember. Not a bad landing. I have to do a little bit of toe brakes though. I think in real life it'd slow down a little faster with the grass, to be honest with you. Because that's a road. I'm sure there's probably a fence there too. We gotta keep it rolling now, keeping the elevator back. Keep as much weight off the nose gear as possible. Turn off the tablet so you can see the wonders that is Franconia. As far as parking, I don't know yet. We're gonna have to see. So there's tons of gliders over here. Look at those birds. Look at that. We got birds. yeah, how picturesque is that with the mountains? That's what I'm talking about. So the Copper Mine Trail is what we're gonna aim for backpacking this summer. Maybe next week, like we wanted. Maybe later, who knows? Freeware scenery.
Clear visual 28 left, 4902.
I gotta be honest with you, I did better on that landing than I thought I was going to, so I'm kind of happy. Keeping the elevator back again. This is scenery that's for 2020. They don't have any weather here, so. See all the gliders? I'm parking over here. I can't get the slew to work right on this, but we'll try our best. Alright, and checklist over here. Never did the after landing. Flaps are up, fuel pump off, strobes off, landing light off, taxi light not installed, exteriors required, pitot heat not there. Trim set for tick off, let's do that. Go. No, I gotta go to bed, man. So get to FS Expo tomorrow. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. I also flew in real life, so I've been flying like all day. Well, it feels like all day. So ELT verify silent. Avionics going off. All lights except for beacon are off. Okay, full lean on the mixture. Here we go. Okay, when it stops. Thank you. I think I did okay. Mags off, master off, lights off. That means that there's no more chatter. There's no more chatter. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna try doing slewing now. So let's figure out what the command is. It's shift something. It's not shift S, is it? No. Shift. I want to say Z. Ooh. I think it is shift Z. Okay, and I think that's the best I'm gonna get. It's very, very sensitive here, so I'm gonna leave it. Okay, we did a decent job parking. Parking brake on, by the way. There we go. See all the gliders here at Franconia. Big gliding place in the mountains in New Hampshire. Again, we'll be hopefully backpacking over there this summer. It was supposed to be next week, but it's not looking good. We've got birds. I don't know if there's that many in real life, but let's take the drone cam out and see what we can do. Franconia. They have a inn right there too, so you could actually like stay here. Land. I'm gonna get off that Sims. I don't think I have the resources there. And yeah, those tennis courts are there in real life. But if we were going backpacking from here, if we could fly the plane up, which we could, but you know, we're not going to. All right, man. Well, you enjoy your night as well. Thanks, DigiDrive, for coming out. Thanks to Stu for coming out too. But you walk down this road over here, and then the trail is this road right here. It's kind of like a little way here, but you walk in, you park the car somewhere around here on the road, and then you just follow the trail in. But see, there's some houses over there, so I don't know what that's all about. But the trail goes all the way and it ends with like a waterfall, which is kind of cool. They have a shelter, but we're gonna bring a tent. And then I watched some YouTube videos of people over here that were doing this. I should probably take the tablet off, right? But that's the Copper Mine Trail over there, and you go up about 1,000 feet, so it's not that bad. It's only about 3 miles in or so. That's why I picked Franconia for tonight. But yeah, very picturesque. Not that far from Vermont. Vermont is that way. And we do come up here in the summertime. It's a nice place to visit. So what's up, Get a Life? You're right at the end of my broadcast, but I appreciate you trying to come to my streams. I know you've been doing that a lot lately. So yeah, I use that whole runway though. Do you see that? I think the grass in real life, the friction of the grass, would slow down the plane a lot more, because that's typically what I saw. But you try to keep the nose gear off the ground so it doesn't dig into the ground the most that you can. And that's it. That's where we're gonna leave you from Franconia, New Hampshire. If you're on Twitch, we'll raid someone though, so stay tuned if you're on Twitch. Please push that follow button on YouTube. I posted a short today's actual rolled flight, the Arrow, showing you Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. That was pretty cool. I always love seeing that when I fly out there. And then if you're on Twitter, if you can, go to YouTube. We're back to 948. It fluctuates a little bit here and there, but we're in an upward climb. I gotta get more watching a video on there by people. I'm not asking YouTube, but if you wanted to leave it overnight with a video running with like minimal volume, you go and do that, because we need the view hours, because we're getting close to 1,000, but we have to get to 4,000 viewing hours in a year. I think I'm up to about 1,300, so it's been growing, but I want to monetize that channel only so that way I can afford more flying in real life. But thank you for all your support out there. Thank you so much. And let me give a shout out to Stu, who did come out and try his best to get out here, but I am gonna have to go to bed because I have FS Expo tomorrow. We're gonna do that. So thanks to Stu for coming out. And if you're on Kick, just push that subscribe button, because we're trying to get whoever we can to subscribe on Kick. It's not as popular as Twitch and stuff, but we do broadcast to all 3 services at the same time. Why? Because I can, and it reaches more people, so that's what we did. But anyways, from Franconia, New Hampshire, Eric Flight, peace out. If you're going to FS Expo, I will see you. If you're going to be there tomorrow, again, I have some swag, little wristbands, keychains, and also we're promoting the marathon event there. So, but anyways, I'll see you later. I'm getting some sleep. Remember to tip your bar and waitress staff well. And Eric Flight will see you again. Probably live stream from FS Expo. I might even do that tomorrow. Again, I have a way of remotely connecting through my phone and GoPro to OBS, which is going to stay here at my house. And I've done it before. I did it in the biking streets, but I think this is going to work better because they have Wi-Fi at FS Expo. Whereas if I'm biking, I'm at the mercy of the mobile plan. This is the end. Yep, you came in at the end. I got a command for that.
Good to be in something from the ground floor. I came too late for that. I know. But lately, I'm getting the feeling that I came in at the end. The best is over.
You came at the end, and it was a pretty good. No, don't worry. But I know you've been trying, and I do appreciate you coming out. So it's after midnight, and I got that FS. Actually, it's after 1 o'clock in the morning here. And I have FS Expo tomorrow. So, anyways, I will see you all soon. If I live stream from there, you'll see a notification. It's going to go through OBS, just like this, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow sometime on the live stream. So, but stream live from Providence, Rhode Island, hopefully, if everything works out. I'll see you. See you soon. Get a life. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. You've made an attempt almost every stream to get out here, so don't you feel bad. We have to do some American Truck Simulator soon too, maybe next week, but we'll see. All right, Eric Flight, peace out. It's getting late. I'm gonna raid someone on Twitch, so make sure you stay tuned on Twitch to raid, and I'll see you soon. All right, have a great night. See ya.